What's up, YouTube? Uh, this this is a pretty old issue, but I feel as if some people just don't really understand what they're saying. Like just being completely hypocritical. They don't really know what they're talking about. They don't care what they're talking about, and they just keep bringing up hypocrisies and double standards. And as you'll see in the title, is it's about the N word, nigger, nigga, however else you want to say it. That's basically what I'm talking about. And I basically want to give the main reason why black people say the N word, or nigga, whatever. It's because it's cool. And like a lot of people want to say, no, it's not because it's cool. It's because you go back in the past, you got the Niggaz, it's like some ancient tribe nobody really is in anymore because it's completely extinct and nobody's in it anymore. But hey, we call ourselves that anyway. We have no kind of connection with it. We don't know if our ancestors were even in the damn tribe in the first place. It's complete bullshit from there, but they want to use it anyway. Then you got, I think it was some like kings, like black kings, in like Egypt, some shit like that. It was like called like Niggaz, and because it sounds so it sounds so close to niggas. It's like, oh yeah, yeah. So that's what we said, yeah, cause niggas and niggas. I mean, it's basically the same thing. Even though it's completely not. Cause when you think about it, when you say the N word to someone you hate, you say, "Shut up, you bitch ass nigga." Yeah, and so it's like you're saying what? Shut up, you bitch ass king. That makes no fucking sense. You know what I mean? Like when you use it in a rage, you're saying the N word. You're not when you're trying to disrespect someone, you don't call them king. Like that makes no fucking sense at all. It just doesn't. But they try to make it make sense because they're trying to justify themselves making saying a word that they know is like actually racist, but they don't want to admit that it's racist because they've been using it for so long. It's like it's just ingrained in them. You know what I mean? And I can get into all the historical stuff like that, but it's completely pointless. We all know the history. We all know the history. What I'm saying is, like, if you look at the history of the word, you can't combine completely different words with completely different meanings and slightly different spellings, to basically make one word basically the same thing. When you just can't do that. It it makes no sense at all. You can't have a double standard. You know what I mean? Especially now when we're in America, everybody's mixing together like in a melting pot. And the only reason why we haven't, mixed together isn't because of all this other. It's because racial stuff like this, simple things like the N word. If why can't white people say it? Give me one good reason. You know what I mean? Like there is no good reason for white people not being able to say it according to your definition. You're saying nigger, which is, if you think about it, it's the same thing as nigga, just as negus is the same thing as nigga according to you, and naga, and that all that basically the same thing according to you. You know what I mean? Which justifies you saying nigga. You know what I mean? So it's like you guys see what I'm saying? It just makes no freaking sense. But you want it to make sense because you want to say the word. And what I'm saying is, if you want to say the word, at least just admit why you want to say the word. And if you want to say the word because it's cool, let white people say it. You want to know why white people want to say it? The same reason you want to say it. You want to say it because it's cool. They want to say it because it's cool. So if everybody agrees, hey, nigga's a new cool word, and everybody can say it, we'll all get it together a lot better. A lot better. But I was like, yeah, because when white people say they're racist because, nigga is so close to nigger, and you don't even know if they're saying, nigger, but, you don't know. You don't know if they're saying nigger because they're saying, they're taking the ER out and putting the A. Yeah, so like, I don't see how you guys can really justify such bullshit. It's bullshit, and we all know it. Nobody says the N word because of all that other stuff you guys talking about. The niggas and nagas. So don't even try to pull that on me because nobody says it for that. Everybody knows that. Nobody says it because of the historical stuff. They say it because it's cool. The mama said it, the daddy said it, the friends say it. Everybody fucking says it. So everybody wants to fucking use it. because everybody fucking says it. If everybody says it, everybody wants to say it. Why? Because it is a part of the language. You know, so like I don't see how much more I can really say this. Like it makes no sense. You can't have stupid double standards like that. You know, you can't be like, oh yeah, because of the past, you know, it affects us. So because it affects us, we can say this word, but you can't because you affected us in the past and makes our present so affected by the past for the past wrongdoings your people did. It makes no sense. It really doesn't, because you're basically doing the same thing that they did. You know, you saying, hey, you can't say this because you're not this color is in fact racist. Just like they were saying, hey, you can't come into this place because you're not white. Is that not racist? You're doing the same thing. You can't say this word because you're not black. And the most craziest thing is you know, we can let Hispanics can say it. I don't fucking know why. I guess it's because a lot of people think, hey, you know, like black people went over to, you know, like South America, and you know, you don't really know who's actually, you know, has black in them, you know, which technically makes them, you know, able to say it. And I can't even go any further into that because the rest of it just sounds like complete bullshit, you know. I just don't see how you guys can just accept bullshit like this. It's complete bullshit. Like I can't even fathom how your mind even works to even get to that conclusion where nigga, naga, which is as you can see as I say naga, that's like it's the A in between the G. Like it's N-A-G-A. Nigga is N-I-G-G-A. Like it's completely different spelling. I don't even have to go any further. Like it's like, what are you guys smoking? Like, if you really want to say a word that bad, just say that you want to say the word because you like the word. If you like the word because you like the word, you like the word. Okay, that's fine. But what I'm saying is, like, you can't tell someone else that they can't say it. I mean, like, on top of that, you don't see Hispanics taking spick back. Like, if someone calls them a spick, they're gonna say, "Hey, you fucking racist." Why? Because spick is a racial slur. I can't see how you guys can do this. Another like excuse I find to be completely like bullshit is the whole like nigger and nigga are completely different words when we all know it's the same. It's just nigga is the Ebonics version of nigger. I mean, I don't see why people try to say like, oh yeah, like, you know, slaves knew that they were completely different. You know, of course, like, you know, it's like they try to say like, you know, like slaves, like they knew the difference, you know, but they used the A because they knew that, you know, hey, like nigger is bad, but if we flip it and, you know, use A, it'll be a completely different word, which it isn't. You can't make it a completely different word. It's the same word because through Ebonics, a lot of words that ends with ER ends with A, and it's the same word. You know, you're saying I can take like controller and take the put the A instead of the ER, and now it's controller. Now it's put something completely different. No, it's the same thing. You just through Ebonics, you just take the A out. I mean, you take the ER out and put the A in. Like same thing for nigger, same thing as nigga. It's the same thing. Like I don't see why people try to say it's completely different when it's the same damn word. Like like slaves, even when they were trying to you know, call someone a nigger, they end up saying nigga anyway. You know what I mean? And it's even today, even when like we try to disrespect other black people, they say shut up nigga. You know what I mean? And they actually probably mean nigger, but through Ebonics they end up saying nigga anyway. So I don't see why people try to say it's completely different when it's obviously the same thing. I don't see why people try to come up with bullshit excuses like this. It's really depressing. It's just like what are you smoking? Like how are these differences even thought up? Like I said before, if you want to say it, just say it and let everybody else say it. Don't be like, oh yeah, I can say it because this whole Afrocentric type thing. You know, and I used to be Afrocentric. Then I realized, then reality hit me, and I found out that everybody's basically the same. You know, some people try to say like, oh, white people are the root of all evil, which is completely different. Which is completely wrong because all humans have the capacity for evil. The only difference between white people and all of us is that white people in the past came up with better ideas for for power, for world domination. They just had better ideas than us. Like, it's really just that simple. So when you have one idea and it's very successful, you can build off of that off of those ideas. Problem is, the rest of the world's too slow to compete with those ideas. You know.